Well, good afternoon, East Alabama and West Georgia. Dr. Don back in here with you in Dr. Don's Weather Center. We are taking a look at what's left of Tropical Storm Claudette moving through the southeastern United States. The center of Claudette now is about 100 miles to the west of Montgomery, Alabama, and continues to move off to the northeast. Here's the latest information from the National Hurricane Center. If you're plotting this thing on a map, it's at 32.2 north or 87.9 west, or about 95 miles to the west of Montgomery, about 105 miles north of Mobile, Alabama. Maximum sustained winds are 35 miles per hour. Present movement is to the northeast at around 16 miles per hour, so it's actually picked up in forward motion. And minimum central pressure is at 107 millibars or 29.74 inches of mercury. At 4 o'clock this afternoon, a turn toward the east-northeast is expected sometime later on this afternoon or even into the evening hours. And on Sunday, on the forecast track, the system should move further inland across portions of the southeastern United States through Sunday night and over the western Atlantic Ocean by Monday. Claudette is expected to regain tropical storm status as it gets closer to the Atlantic Ocean and starts to tap back into some more of that tropical moisture. Maximum sustained winds have decreased, like I said, to around 35 miles per hour with higher gusts. Claudette is expected to weaken a little more tonight and then again, once again, become a tropical storm as it gets close to the Atlantic coast out there on Sunday night and on Monday. You don't see that often. It does happen, but that's not something that happens with every tropical storm, so that's kind of interesting. Now, the ground zero for this storm, that as far as we can tell, as far as damage is concerned, is down in South Alabama. Local storm reports by the National Weather Service office in Mobile, in southeastern Bruton, down in Escambia County. Emergency managers down there are reporting approximately 15 to 20 injuries from a tornado that hit down there around 7:30 this morning. It touched down in East Bruton. Most were minor injuries. However, there have been reports of at least 2 serious injuries with significant damage to many structures in the area. Again, that was down in Bruton, Alabama, which is in Escambia County, right along the Florida-Alabama state line. And that happened around 7:30 this morning. If you were watching me this morning, we were showing a power outage map across the state of Alabama, and Escambia County was showing a large number of power outages, and that's going to be why. They did have one of those spin-up tornadoes hit down there this morning, and actually have talked to family down there in that area. Not in Escambia County, but down in southwest Alabama, and he has reported several times that there's a lot of damage down there. And now we're getting that official report from the Emergency Management Office down there concurring that they did have a tornado on the ground that caused a lot of damage and 15 to 20 injuries, 2 of which were serious injuries. That's the only tornado damage, significant tornado damage that I've been able to find. Now, there are hundreds of trees down and power outages scattered all across southwest Alabama, down into the Mobile area, and then back across northwest Florida. We have had some tremendous thunderstorms down there around Crestview, Florida, and then back up toward Andalusia. So that whole area down there has a lot of scattered damage down there this morning or this afternoon, and that's all primarily been caused by this feeder band that's now stretched through southwest Georgia back down to around Tallahassee and down to Port St. Joe. It's not nearly as intense as it was earlier today. But if we have any more severe weather, that's most likely where it will be taking place. And then back over here in South Georgia, we have a few heavy thunderstorms taking place down there as well. So if we get any more severe weather warnings this afternoon, that's where they would be. Right now, everything is just special weather statements. We don't have any severe weather warnings out there. The tornado watch has been allowed to expire. The tropical storm warnings that were up across the Alabama and Florida coast have been taken down. So right now it's just a good soaking rain taking place across Alabama, Georgia, and Florida. You folks down here in the Dr. Don coverage area, you've got broken showers. I mean, we don't have anything specifically heavy right now. There is no severe weather in the area at all. And some areas not even receiving any rain now. But don't let that fool you. And when I zoom back out, you can see back off to the west, there's rain stretching all the way back into middle Mississippi. And that's going to continue for the rest of the afternoon and then into the evening hours. And we'll have scattered showers around on Sunday also. But this is not going to be a complete washout on Sunday. We're talking scattered showers. You're going to see the sun from time to time, probably by noon on Sunday. There'll be breaks in the clouds. The sun will peek through. I've already seen some photographs from down here around Mobile. We're seeing a little bit of sun down there. It looks ominous off in the distance, but that's because of these scattered showers and thunderstorms that are around. But overall, nothing severe. And now I don't even expect to see much in the way of flooding issues across East Alabama and West Georgia. Looks like we're going to end up on the lower end of that 2 to 4 inch range that we were talking about. I think we're probably going to be close to 2 inches by the time this is all said and done. So let me leave the radar up there for just a second. I want to check a couple of things here. I'm looking at some stuff live. If the internet will cooperate, here we go. Yeah, I'm just checking some rain gauges around East Alabama. Here's one from Roxton, Alabama, and Randolph County showing 1.15 inches of rain. That's since midnight last night. And let me look at a couple of other spots around here. Let's go over to Clay County. This is near Lineville. It's showing 2.5, almost 2.5 inches in Lineville. Now, understand, Lineville had the heavier showers and thunderstorms earlier today. I mean, we're talking just the bulk of that 2.5 inches of rain that I'm showing there near Lineville came in that one thunderstorm that came up from the south out of Tallapoosa County back around noontime today. So 2.5 inches of rain showing up there in Lineville. No question, Clay County's gotten more rain than Randolph. Let me look at a couple of other spots here right quick. Let's go look at Alexander City. Alexander City is showing right at 2 inches of rain since midnight last night. Checking down at Auburn. Well, there it goes. Yeah, only 3/4 of an inch of rain down at Auburn. So looks like we've got a pretty wide range of rainfall totals across East Alabama and West Georgia, anywhere from 3/4 of an inch to 1.5 inches up to around 2.5 inches of rain. And again, we've still got several more hours of rain to go, but you can see it's mostly light and scattered. Everybody's not getting rain this afternoon. Let me switch back to the NextRad Pro. And this is going to be the Birmingham radar, and that gives you a little better look at what's going on there. Still some moderate showers in Clay County, a couple of moderate showers there in eastern Randolph, down into Chambers. They're just northwest of Lynette. We've still got one little small pocket of heavy rain there. And then down there in southern Lee County, down just south of Beauregard, some heavier showers. Raining again in Alexander City. That stretches all the way down across Lake Martin, down to around Tallahassee. And I-20, that's just not a good ride this afternoon. I mean, look at that. From Atlanta all the way to Birmingham, you're socked in with heavy rainfall on I-20. So if you don't have to be up there on this is not the Saturday evening that you want to just decide to go to Anniston and have supper. That's the wrong direction. If you got to get out of your house and go somewhere to have supper tonight, and look, the city of Auburn's not paying me a dime. LaGrange is not paying me a dime. and the folks in Anniston probably aren't going to like me. But if you got to get out and go somewhere for supper tonight, don't go north. Go south. Go toward Auburn or LaGrange because the weather's just not as strong down that way, though you're going to run through some showers. If you go north, you see what you're getting into. I mean, that's just a mess up there around Anniston, Oxford, Heflin, all the way back to Pell City, and really all the way back to Leeds, just outside of Birmingham on the east side. So the heaviest rain, no questions, up here in northeast Alabama now. And that's going to slowly creep up into northwest Georgia. And I think during the overnight hours, it's going to fill in back over here in North Georgia and Northeast Georgia. We have not seen a lot of rain up here in the mountains of North Georgia from this system so far. Let me switch to Atlanta. And you can see we've just got light showers up here. But all this stuff back off over Northwest Georgia and East Alabama, Northeast Alabama is going to slowly move in our general direction. So I'm thinking probably in another hour or two, we'll have some moderate rain that's going to continue probably for most of the night across North Georgia. So let me go back to Birmingham. I'm going to come over to the chat room here in just a second and see if anybody has any comments. And this will probably be my last update on this storm, unless something were to change. Fortunately, we have just not, and we didn't expect it. We did not expect to see severe weather, and, other than that tornado that touched down around Bruton, Alabama, and a couple of touchdowns in southwest Georgia, too, down around Blakely, Georgia. They had, but most of that was tree limbs and trees on power lines. They not reporting any injuries down there. So other than those two locations, we really have not seen much in the way of severe weather today. Which is exactly what I anticipated. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate your comments. Margie, thank you. Chance, thank you for posting all of the links there. Deborah Gilmore watching from Wedowee. Brittany's watching us from Roanoke. James, you're more than welcome. James is speaking of our new weather app, and that's James is doing the right thing by downloading that weather app, and I hope that you do too. It supports us because, folks, let me make sure you understand. If you've never published an app in the Android store and the Apple store, you don't understand. That is a process. And it cost money. Especially the App Store, they are very proud of their servers, trust me. So if you can help us out by downloading, I greatly would appreciate it. For your iPhone, it's $5.99, and for your Android, it's $2.99. And that's a one-time fee. There's not a monthly thing. There's not a yearly thing. Now, eventually, there may be some in-app purchases that you'll be able to add to what we've already got out there. But this is just a one-time fee we're talking here. So we need everybody we can get to download our app. That helps us out, and it gives you a tool to use during severe weather so we can make sure that you're safe when these storms move through East Alabama and West Georgia. As you well know, that part of Alabama and Georgia is left behind with the major television markets in Birmingham and Atlanta. So that's why we're here. That's why we do what we do, to give you the wall-to-wall coverage that you rightfully deserve. And we're going to provide that for you. And one of the best ways to do that is to download the Dr. Don weather app by going over to drdonwx.com. That's our website, and I'll give you that link right quick. Of course, Chance has already put all that up there, but I'll give you the website right there. And all you have to do is click on that. That takes you to drdonwx.com, our website. And then at the top up there, you'll see a link that you can click on to download the app. You'll also see a link up there that says donate. That's how you support us if you'd like to. And if you own a business, and we have several slots open right now, so we're looking for more partners. If you own a business, you'll see the menu across the top of our page. Just click on the More, and you'll scroll down to where you see Dr. Don's weather packages. You can click on that, and you can go take a look at the different packages that we offer. We have something for every budget, from the smallest to the largest. And become a Dr. Don weather partner. That way, your ad for your business will rotate on the screen like you see right there for Anchor Roofing. It stays on the screen there for about 10 seconds or so, and then it rotates to another business. There's Auction 431 South. And so your business can rotate right there along with everybody else during severe weather and during our daily primetime forecast as well. So I encourage you and ask you, please, if you own a business and you would like to be a partner with us, to go to our website, click on that More button, and then go down to Dr. Don Weather Packages. Or if you can't find it, or if you don't do the computer thing, just send me a message, and I'll help you through it. We'll get you there, and we will get you set up, and you can be a Dr. Don weather supporter, just like the town of Wadley. I'd love to see the rest of the towns around the area do the same thing. Wadley supports us, and we'd love to get everybody else on board as well. And thank you for all you folks who already support us. That helps us continue to be able to bring you this severe weather information when we have these weather outbreaks. Early in tropical season, so you know we got more to go. This is just a dress rehearsal, no question about that. And fortunately, it hasn't been a very bad one. There have been some problems down in South Alabama and a lot of rain across the area, but yeah, this hasn't been anything compared to what we could potentially be dealing with this afternoon. Renee Johnson's watching us up on Lake Wedowee. Heather has got us going on in Frog Eye. Got to go back and check the power outage situation in South Alabama. Let's see what that looks like. Well, it looks like they're bringing the power back because those two counties down there were like at 60 to 80% without power earlier today, and now it's back to about a 30%. So it looks like Alabama Power is down there working, and some of the co-ops, and they're getting power back on down there in South Alabama. Statewide outages in Alabama right now showing 4,380, and that was updated at 5:09 this afternoon. But again, folks, what's left of Claudette is sitting right over here just south of I-20, right along the Alabama-Mississippi state line. And notice all this rain up here in northwest Alabama. Now, we're expecting what's left of Claudette to, right now it's moving north-northeast. We expect it to turn more to the east-northeast. So that should bring the center of circulation up through central Alabama, maybe north of Montgomery and south of Birmingham, and then right across east Alabama later this afternoon and tonight. So that's going to keep this entire area in rain showers, and what you're looking at right now is what you're going to get. I mean, we got very heavy rainfall up here in northeastern Clay County from Lineville all the way up to Delta. That's going to rotate across northern Randolph County. We have these pockets of heavy showers down here from Sylacauga to Alexander City to Auburn. All that's going to push off to the northeast up into Randolph and Chambers. Pockets of heavy rainfall now in Chambers. And then you look back to the west, and you see this stretches all the way back to middle Mississippi. So all that's still to go. So you're going to have periods of heavy rain from time to time. It's going to go moderate from time to time, then it'll slack up and may not rain at all for a little while, then here it comes again. So it's a showery type setup this afternoon with embedded heavier showers. Good news here is, make sure we're tracking the lightning. We are. Good news here, I mean, I'm looking at Alabama and Georgia. And let me take that thunderstorm over in Georgia out of the equation. There's basically the entire state of Alabama and most of Georgia, and there are only 2 lightning strikes in the last 5 minutes. So that's another good piece to this. We just don't have a lot of lightning out there. Now, if I go back over here, over on the east side of Georgia, where I've got a very heavy thunderstorm taking place right now, and actually have got a brand new tornado warning over there. Let's see if we can switch radars and go take a look at that. Let's look at Macon. There we go. Now, that's where the lightning is taking place. There are 91 lightning strikes just in these two cells down here in east and southeast Georgia. That's a pretty nasty thunderstorm right there. This is just to the south and west of Glenville, Georgia. So we're talking about Surtsey, Baxley, just south of Baxley. Out there on 341, that's about to cross over 341 right there. That is a radar-indicated tornado right there. As it moves on off to the northeast, we're looking at Glenville around 632. That's where my boss lives, so if he's watching, I got to make sure he knows it's coming at him. Around 632 there in Glenville. Yeah, but some pretty heavy thunderstorms over there in East Georgia. Back down around Douglas, near Hazelhurst. Up around Vidalia. You folks may be vacationing over here around Savannah. That's coming at you later on this afternoon and this evening. So that's where the threat of severe weather is this afternoon. We come back over here to our coverage area in East Alabama and West Georgia. Let me take you back to the Birmingham radar. And you see the bulk of the rain now is in northeast Alabama, stretching back over into northwest Alabama. We've still got some pretty heavy rain over there also, and every bit of that's going to come right across east Alabama in the next couple of hours. Things have not been that bad up here in Georgia. Atlanta, you have not seen that much rain, but hang in there. Your turn's coming. You can see right there along I-20 and north of I-20, from Bremen back up to Rockmart and Rome, Calhoun up to around Dalton. You got some very heavy rainfall, all that sliding off to the east, northeast. And that's going to get, especially the northern suburbs of Atlanta, up here around Kennesaw, Marietta, Roswell, Milton. And then eventually it's going to get on over into the Gainesville area. And then it'll end up over here in South Carolina later on this afternoon. All right, so I'm just checking some messages up there. Light rain in Dickert at the Hodges household. Greg, Wilma Williams, well, thank you. I appreciate your kind words. Chance is asking the question, am I going to go live again tonight? Probably not. I mean, not unless we have a reason to. You know, I try not to cry wolf, and so when I go live, I want you to know there is a reason, and I want you to pay attention to it. And though I love hanging out with you guys, trust me, I'd rather do this than anything on the face of this earth. The problem with that is if I go live for no real reason, eventually folks will stop paying attention to it, and I just don't want that to happen. So probably will not go live again tonight unless something were to change and we start having a weather that you need to know about. Otherwise, I'll probably handle it just by texting, sending out messages on Facebook. And folks, understand, here's how all that works. With our new weather app, we post our blogs over on our website, which then hits our app, and then it goes to our social media. So another reason to download Dr. Don's weather app, it goes there first, and then it goes to social media, and there's a lag between the two. So in order to get the information the absolute fastest way possible, you need to download Dr. Don's weather app. It'll get to you a whole lot quicker if you'll do that today. Again, it's $5.99 for the Apple version and $2.99 for the Android version. All you got to do is go to drdonwx.com and download the Dr. Don weather app. And if you'll scroll through the messages, Chance has posted it several times, and I just posted it too. A couple of messages up from the bottom of the from the chat room there, so you can see it up there. Just click on it, and that'll carry you over there to the website. Real quick, it's easy, it's simple to do. You don't have to set up a bunch of stuff. As a matter of fact, you don't have to set up anything. All you have to do is download it. We send out push notifications for weather information for the core counties of East Alabama and West Georgia. Now, we're not going to send you a push notification for a warning over in Birmingham. We're not going to send you a push notification for a warning in Atlanta Metro. Dr. Don's weather app is for East Alabama and West Georgia, and you don't even have to select which county you live in. It's a no-nonsense app. You just download it. And then when a warning is issued for one of our core counties, we push it out automatically on our app. So it's easy to use. There's links on there that take you to weather radars. There's tropical information there. Our daily primetime forecast shows up there. All of our blog messages show up on our weather app. We have a chat room over there for you weather enthusiasts that love to talk about weather. You can go over there and use the chat room and talk about all the weather you want to. That chat room's open 24/7, 365. There's a convenient chat button there on the bottom a corner of each page where if you need to get in touch with me about something, all you have to do is click on that, and I'll be right there to talk to you. So check it out. If you hadn't downloaded Dr. Don's weather app, please do so today. All right, folks, so, we're going to wrap this up. But once again, I wanted to come back on and tell you that Tropical Storm Claudette is no longer a tropical storm. She has been downgraded to a depression. But they expect Claudette to go back to tropical storm status once she gets through Georgia and gets over into South Carolina and starts tapping back into the Atlantic moisture. And we did have one tornado situation this morning down in Bruton, Alabama, East Bruton, where we had 15 to 20 injuries. 2 of them were severe injuries, and we've also got many structures damaged down there. And then we've had a couple of tornadoes touch down over in Georgia. We got one ongoing over there now. But all the severe weather has been well south of the I-85 corridor, which is what we expected. Mainly what we're seeing across central and east Alabama now is a lot of rain, and that's becoming scattered. And as we go throughout the afternoon and rest of the evening, you're going to have periods of heavy rain, but then you're going to have periods where there is no rain. It's going to come more and more scattered until this thing gets out of here sometime later on tonight or first thing tomorrow morning. I think we go back to partly cloudy skies on Sunday. It may be fully cloudy when you get up tomorrow morning, but by mid-morning or certainly by noon, I think we'll start seeing peaks at the clouds, and by afternoon, we're going to be partly sunny on your Sunday afternoon. Then we'll have to watch for a cold front coming down from the northwest that's going to interact with the leftover moisture and bring us more rain, and that may bring us a few thunderstorms as well. We'll see. But by that time, what's left of Claudette will be well off to North Carolina and be approaching the North Carolina coast up there. So I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your Saturday. If something out of the ordinary were to happen, I certainly will come right back and bring you that information. If we get any significant weather advisories or any types of warnings for East Alabama or West Georgia, you better believe I'll be here. And to make sure you know that I'm going to be here, please go download the Dr. Don weather app because I send out push notifications when I go live over there as well. You're not guaranteed to know I'm live if you're depending just on Facebook because of the way they do their push notifications. If you want to be absolutely sure you know when we go live for severe weather, you need to download the Dr. Don weather app. Y'all enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and I'll see you back in here. If not sooner, I'll see you back in here tomorrow morning with your Sunday edition of our Prime Time Forecast. Thanks for joining me, and try to stay dry out there. Bye now.